So in this video, we're going to talk about the Gila H4 7-inch round headlight conversion. I'll just give you a quick backstory on this. I've been eyeing these lights for quite a while, wanting to just convert over to better lighting on this. And from the seal beam bulbs that these came with, this is not Euro. So in this time period, US had to run seal beam headlights. And so been eyeing these Gila H4 conversions, and they've always been like over $100, and I just couldn't justify it. But I had a bulb that had a nick in it, and so I was gonna need to buy a headlight. So I was like, well, let me just revisit these. And I looked and I found them on Amazon. It's the kit for $76, $76.97, so $77 plus tax. I don't know, that deal may not be here by the time you're watching this, but that's what I got it for. And that's two bulbs with, or the two conversion housings with Gila H4 60/55 watt bulbs. And so to me, that's a good deal. I'll probably eventually run LEDs on these, but for now, we're gonna run those Gila bulbs. So let's go through real quick what it takes to change these out. It's very simple. The bulbs themselves drop right in, just like you're replacing a regular sealed beam light. The H4 bulb plugs right in to your existing plug. You don't have to change the plug out. Plugs right in. Works perfect. It's just a complete drop-in replacement. So we'll go through real quick on assembling the bulb with the housing with the bulb, all that kind of stuff, and then what it takes to put it in the car. Very simple. If you're completely stock setup, all you need is a Phillips head screwdriver to do this. And what I mean by that is this bezel needs to come off, and the original design on those bezels are thumb screws, but on my other car, somebody, I guess, stripped out the thumb screws, and on a junkyard car, I guess the same thing, and it had little 8mm nuts on the back holding that bezel on. So it's possible if the plastic nuts have stripped out or something on your car, somebody in the past may have replaced it, so you may need a socket for that. And it would need to be a deep socket. It's an 8mm deep socket. But if you still got the plastic thumb screws, you don't need a socket for that. The only thing you need a tool for is the screws that hold the trim ring are Phillips head. You'll need to take the stainless trim ring off to get the bulb out. And so that's it. Very simple, and I'll show you. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna assemble the conversion headlight. So you got this cover. Under the cover, you have this clip. So just undo the little spring clips here, and you're gonna swing this out of the way. And then you're gonna take your new bulb. Don't touch the glass on the new bulb. So we'll just take our new bulb here, grab it by contacts here. If you look, it's got 3 little tabs, and it's only gonna go one way. So if you look, the spacing, big space here, small space here, big space here. So if you look in your housing, small space here, tab cut out, large space, tab cut out. So your bulb's gonna go only one way, and it's gonna go just like that. So make sure it sits in there all the way. Swing your clip down and latch it. Now, if you look at your little dust cover here, it's got 3 holes, and that's for 1, 2, 3, these 3. So it's only gonna go one orientation, and it has this, you can see those little grooves here. That's gonna fit around here. So it's gonna be kind of hard to push it on. And so we're gonna start it on there. If you look, it started. And then I'm just gonna grab it like this, and I'm just gonna push, and it pushes on, and it fits tight, and then that pushes up against here and makes a tight seal. And so we have assembled our housing. If you look, we have top written on our bulb, top written on here. So it's all assembled correctly. So now let's go and remove our bezel and everything, and we'll get this bulb on the car. So if we come over here on the passenger side, you can see that white plastic center of your screen nut that needs to come off, and then you come up top, white plastic nut, get you a little orientation here, and then down here, right there, middle of your screen, white plastic nut. So those three's got to come off. And then on the driver's side, it's the same thing, but you can pull the windshield washer bottle out. Just pull it up and out to get better access. So I'm gonna take those three nuts off real quick, and then we'll pull this little bezel off. All right, you got old beat up, I don't know what you want to call this, a bezel or headlight trim, whatever. If yours all beat up and cracked up like mine, now's a good time to replace it, but I don't have replacements, so we'll be putting this junky one back on. So once you get those three out, which one of mine just completely broke off, so now I've only got two holding mine in. I really need to get replacements. It can be a kind of a tight fit, depending on how the headlights are adjusted. But it will come off. And what you've got holding the headlights on are these three screws that hold this trim ring on, the third one over here. Freakishly long screwdriver here, not needed. I got them about halfway out. What you can do here is you can sneak the trim ring off. So just and there we go. And we're just going to unplug our bulb. Now, this is a good bulb, so I'll probably just save it from my other car, which still runs sealed beams. And we take our conversion bulb, we bring it over. Now, remember, top and top, keep everything together. And this, like I said, it plugs right in. No wiring changes needed. Now, you've got three little notches that these are gonna fall into. And so it actually falls right into place with top like that. And we take our trim ring and we line it up, make sure we've got it right, and that is correct right there. And it snaps right on and it falls into place. Keep a little pressure on your headlight, make sure it doesn't fall out of those notches, and then tighten your trim ring down. Don't over torque these, just tighten them up. And it's done. Just gotta put our plastic bezel on. No need to show that, it goes on like it came off. And I've done before I put this one on, I put the other one on, the driver's side one, and I did a nighttime comparison of the two. So I will show you that. So driver's side is the Hella H4 bulb, you know, in the Hella housing, and right side is I think it's a Sylvania, just a halogen sealed beam headlight. So you can see definitely a lot more light on the left side, driver's side, and then on the right. And then if we do our high beams, which Got a car that's about to drive by, so we'll wait before we do our high beams. There's our high beams. It's not as noticeable on the high beams. You can kind of see, you know, we're lighting up a lot more along the way. When we get further out, they look fairly similar. The sealed beam, at least this bulb, has more of a white light, and I don't know which. I think this is the Sylvania Performance Series or whatever. So it is better than your average cheaper halogen sealed beam, I guess. Probably one of the better sealed beams. Show you the outside look. You can't even tell, really. There's our H4 version bulb. And there's our sealed beam. And it is a Sylvania Performance. For sealed beam bulbs, that's probably the better ones that I've found. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more.